I think it's recording. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. So
so much.
Can't even edit out my coughs. Ready?
Yep.
And I just realized, because I have no idea if this is flipping it or just filming as it sees.
Yeah.
That might have been backwards. That might have been your image. So y'all are just gonna have to use your imaginations.
It's a learning problem.
So go.
Welcome to the adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
Hi everybody out there in the YouTube world. Guess what? We are trying this. We're trying to be good and social distance, and so I've made Liz work from home, which is sad, and means that this is the way we're trying to do the sideshow right now. I am filming from my computer, and I'm forgetting introduction. So I'm going to let Liz introduce herself while I turn on my timer to make sure we don't go on for like forever.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion formerly at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber and Brevard. I telecommute now, so you know it should be.
And okay, everyone. And I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina, where we are under a stay-at-home order from the governor. It's a fairly loose one, so he's just trying to keep more people indoors and away from each other. But we decided to be responsible and hopefully set a good example. And so we are working apart from each other right now, which makes it hard to film at the same table where I am in the shop with a pretty background and nice camera quality from my phone.
I'm gonna have to work on my background.
No. I like your background. So let's start with that. Liz, you were showing me before when I was just figuring out camera setup and stuff. What do you have in your background to make it nicer?
Well, over here I have, this is mohair and fingering weight yarn done on 11 needle in a great big triangle shawl, as is my habit. And that's my Papillon covering a great big pile of stuff in my sewing room. I told people before, you know, about a month and a half ago, I was like, well, if I get stuck at home, I have stuff to do, like clean my sewing room. So
I mean, I should mention, like, Liz had a pile of things at the shop, and it was a week ago or so. I mean, the days feel like weeks. So yeah. I don't know when, but a while back, she put it all in one of those giant IKEA bags and took it home just in case. So.
That's in a different pile. That's with my yarn pile. This is fabric pile.
Trying to rearrange and adjust. I FaceTimed with my parents yesterday, and all I could think about half the time was that the neck of my shirt was like that's the problem with FaceTime. It's really wonderful to like connect with people and see people, but half the time I'm overanalyzing my own appearance. Need to get over that. So I went to the pigtails last episode, so I'm sticking with that because it keeps my hands a little bit better away from my face. A little bit better everything else wise. So Liz, what are you working on?
I am finally finishing the contrasting color row. I'm on the 6th row for row 26 of my Papillon.
And how many sections are there?
There are 30, and then
okay.
the pod row.
The pods, yeah. Okay.
So last Friday I brought my Papillon to work with the color I thought I needed for the next row. And yeah, I can't read. So
I remember this.
And I thought, okay, well, I have the 2 black rows, and then actually no, it's the eyes for the moth. I had those rows, and then I just go ahead and start the row 26 because I brought the right gray. No, I didn't. So this is, hold on, I've got to show you the eyes. So cool.
That looks really great. That looks
so there's the eye. And shout out to Claire. She says it looks like a Pokemon ball. Now no one can ever unsee that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the eyes are specific to the moth version of the Papillon,
yes.
right?
Yes, you could probably throw them in the butterfly, you know, mix it up, but they're specific to the moth variations.
Yeah.
And so Friday night, I had nothing to knit on during knit night because I didn't have the right yarn, and my stash at the shop I'd already brought home. It was crazy. So I started project 101. Out of the cairns, the
Queensland
cairns. Yeah, this is the Kangaroo Island. I think it's pinks and greens and blues and just looks really pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the Felix sweater, and I just finished all the short rows. It's kind of weird and intriguing all in the same time because you don't put, when you switch over to the bigger needles, you kind of work back and forth with the bigger needles, and so you have the little needles hanging down until you get all the way done with the thing. But this is how it's knitting up.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm making a note so I remember to put things in the notes of what patterns we're doing.
That's cool. I thought it would come out more stripey, and I mean it's subtly striped, but it goes back and forth enough that it's not.
And is the Felix a top down in the round?
The Felix is a top down in the round.
Raglan?
It's got some, pardon?
Raglan.
Yeah, it's got some eyelets in the raglan. And I'm gonna do it short sleeved. I want to say it's long sleeved, but I wanted a summer weight, so I'm gonna just probably do a couple rows after I take the sleeves off. Do a couple rows.
Keep talking.
Done. And so that's project 101. And since I'm doing, you know, a crop sweater, short sleeved, I don't think I'll lose the will to live on it.
There you go.
What do you put on?
I am once again remembering, like, that can cover up the neck of my t-shirt. I'm putting on one of my many cowls. So this is the Anduin. I had to remind myself of that. Shout out to Melanie Rice. She's the one who designed this. It is, I think it's really easy. It's mosaic. So it's easy and beautiful. It starts.
And it's gartered mosaic.
It starts right up here in the center here. And you are adding stitches in the middle and the edge. Garter mosaic in that every row is knit. And it's made flat in kind of a trapezoid, and then you sew it up in the back. So what mosaic means, for people who don't know that, is down here. That is what I call fake ferrule. It's you're slipping stitches, so you're only working with one color at a time and slipping the stitches of the other color.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's really fun. It's like if you want to do color work, and the idea of stranded color work, which is holding two colors at the same time, which is what I'm doing on my Soldotna, kind of freaks you out. First of all, you can do it if you want to. I should try to look in the camera. You can do it if you want to. But this is a nice warm-up. I have some shawls that use this too. Let me know if that would be of interest to you. But this is a great piece. You don't have to work in the round. And I've made mine out of super squishy Plymouth Yarns Camello Merino. It's got merino and camel. So soft. Oh, so wonderful. I feel so much better with the cowl on me. So comforting.
I was surprised you showed up to the meeting naked.
I know. I was a little bit distracted with getting set up and like trying to get this done before my day starts. All by myself. That's what I used to sing as a joke on Wednesdays when Liz didn't come to the shop on Wednesdays. and we would just joke about it. And Carol, shout out to Carol, would often come in the afternoon if she couldn't, and especially if she couldn't come, I was definitely singing that.
You were all by yourself, and it's so sad.
Oh no! But I'm so glad that we're doing this. Like, I basically,
Yeah.
so my new hours for the shop are going to be Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 5, from behind closed doors. No curbside pickup. I will mail things to you. I will go with my face mask, which is over there somewhere. I would show off my face mask today, only if there's time. Maybe I'll do it next episode. Liz made me a couple face masks. And I'm going to the post office 2 times a week to mail people stuff. But other than that, I am working here, and you can bet I'm going to be calling and probably FaceTiming with Liz a lot to help out with color selection. So don't worry, Liz is still assisting if you're worried about what colors I'm going to pick.
I'm telecommuting. It's great.
Telecommuting. So what I think is great is, apart from the video quality, which is we're doing like just what a lot of news shows are doing right now, which is we're all reporting from our separate locations. And I was watching the CBS News this morning. Shout out to the CBS Morning Show. And they were having probably the same problems we're going to have, where they were accidentally talking all over each other. Like, timing was weird because we're not used to it, and everyone's trying. So, well,
and like when you put your cowl on, because I'm filming with my iPhone, I had to lean forward to look at the little bitty square that I see Rebecca in, going, wait, what cowl is that? I should probably take my glasses off, but then, I see it. I thought that was the one, but you know.
Well, and it's going to be funny for people watching us if they're not watching us on their computers at home, which was scary enough with the not computers, I meant the TVs at home, which was scary enough when we were filming in higher quality. But yeah, so my Papillon, I can't remember when I last filmed it, what status it was in. I really haven't made any progress. I think I did one more.
Saying that, but it gets ever so slightly bigger every time.
You're getting a nose wrinkle and a mention of I want to give you fingers. But I did the first black row. Like, I finished. Okay, that was my timer for 11 minutes. We're gonna go for 11 more. That gives us a nice round, like 20 something. I finished the second section down there, and I'm starting. There's a black band. Ooh, that changed the color. That was funny. Please tell us in the comments how this craziness is going, and if you're entertained. So I'm going to start. I was using this ball of Cascade Heritage Wave, which moves between colors. And I found another ball that, I don't know if it's going to show, it's got really distinct color changes. So I'm going to use that for section 3, and I hope it comes out looking really cool. I haven't made a whole lot of progress on stuff because, honestly, I've been spending every waking minute either trying to help people get yarn, so maybe I can stay afloat, stay in business, right? And keep people occupied during this crazy time. I've been applying for loans from the SBA, from my lender. I've been working on payments to people if I even have the money, or figuring out what I can do with payments until I have the money. And I've been trying to get my website, my shop up and running, like an online shop. So
yeah, you've had nothing going on. I don't know
nothing's
why.
happening in life. And usually as a knit shop, there's like no time to knit. That was actually the subject of last week's episode, last Thursday's. And yeah, I've had even less time. So I have no progress on my Soldotna at all. What I did do, I did kind of force myself to take a little bit of a break this weekend. And because crochet kind of flies. Last Friday, I did a swatch for, okay, for people who know me, this will be absolutely no surprise that I can't find the pattern I pulled out to show y'all.
No surprise.
Liz is not shocked. It's not a thing. So,
okay.
this is the top I want to make in the Liana. I think I talked about that last time. I did a swatch at knit night. I tried to. I was so stressed Friday night. And then I restarted this about 3 times. I kept going down hook sizes because gauge in a pattern in crochet is really wonky. Like, it was like, make sure that your shell is 1.5 inches across. And that's so much harder for me, in my opinion, to measure than stockinette stitches and knitting. But so I thought I was close, and then I started with I'd gone down 1 needle size, or hook size, from what they said, and I was kind of close, kind of not, and I followed the pattern, and I think they wanted it to be about 21, 22 inches, and it was 28 or 29. So I did it again, 1 needle size down, and it was down to 27. And so then I had to go from my fabulous Likes, which only go down to a D. And I had to find a ratty old C I have at home. And I think this horrifies Liz that I'm going this small.
It's kind of stressful.
But I did it again, and it's down to like 25 inches, which, since I have big girls, I think is actually going to help with this not being a cutoff. And I want to show y'all what I made. So this is the progress I did make. I can't even see how that's
pretty
coming out because it's covering the camera right now. It's a different colorway than they did in the book, because we only have 1 skein of that left. But I'm onto my 2nd skein already. I've just hit the neck point, and I'm onto my 2nd skein. So this I did make progress on this. I started a new project. That was my way of coping with the craziness this weekend. I know. Oh my god.
Dog face.
Yeah. So I really like how it's coming out. I was actually showing you the side where I had to change skeins. I think it's coming out really, really pretty. And so I'm going to pick whichever project gives me the greatest satisfaction moving forward, because we all need some stress relief and satisfaction right now. So that's really all I can show for progress or for something interesting, right? And I'm going to make a note right now. And this one that I just showed you, it's called Antilles. In fact, I'm writing it down right now. You can get it on Ravelry. I have it in a book of tops that Barocco has put out. And they're all really pretty. And we still have a lot of many colors left. So
I'm gonna make a top out of some of the Liana.
Yeah, you bought some Liana last week.
Thinking about either ranunculus or dead easy, or one of those.
Ranunculus is your go-to, and it looks really nice. So
ranunculus and dead easy. There's a lot of patterns. Like even the Felix, it's designed on a big needle, and the Felix said use Aran weight, but you could probably use thinner yarn on the bigger needles and get the same drape, or the same.
Yeah, that's like the new trend in sweaters, is one pattern with a bigger, like a 10, right, or something needle, and then you can do it on different weights of yarn and just get different effects. You can get like a lacy see-through top or a chunkier top if you go with a thicker yarn. And I think that's really cool, especially since we're heading into the warmer months where you may not want heavy, right?
Just so you know, I'm doing the Felix. It's written for an 8 and a 10 needle. I bumped it up because I wanted more than like.
Face. Like I know that's not a thing for Liz.
I wanted more ease, so I was like, I'll do mine on a 9 and an 11. So.
Well, I wanted to show people. I think I showed you all last time. This is the Liana. It is a linen and nylon blend. I tried to put it in a cake on our fancy ball winder, and the inside and the outside get all tangled and pulled. So I had to rewind it as a ball.
It's
really
like winding. It's pretty much like winding linen. You either need to put it in a yarn cozy sock thing to keep it together, or you need to wind it in a bow.
Yeah, what happened is I decided to go from the outside of the cake and the inside, because there's no elasticity. There's no, like with wool, it kind of goes whoop and it holds itself. And this, it looks like that. It's got an open center and in the cake, and the center came out because it's open and wound around the outside that I was pulling from. And all heck broke loose at home, and I had to rewind it. And then my cat said, "Ooh, what's that?" I actually had my cat attack the Liana from under the couch and try to pull it back under the couch. Good news is, what?
I said, Navi's not normally, like, he likes your finished projects or projects in progress, but he normally doesn't chase yarn.
He's been getting a little wonky with that lately. He tried to chase the yarn I was using for filming the tips and tricks also yesterday, because I think because it was on the floor, like a giant cake of Plymouth Bay on the floor, and he was like,
that's not fun at all.
No, but he pulled it back under the couch, and I had to yank on it, and it was stuck on one of his claws. And good news, Liana holds up to a little bit of yanking and pulling and sharp things on it. It was fine when I got it free of him. So, plus side.
Anyway. Avi's just mad everybody's home now.
I think he's a little grumpy. And he likes me being home, but not all the time. And when people are home without me, then he's just like, what are y'all doing here? Like, he goes back and forth between being happy and grumpy. And he's usually like that, but it's heightened now that we're all home a lot more. Cat witching hour last night involved finding my lip balms and knocking them off the table. And I put it back up and scolded him, and he knocked it off again. And now it's
under, a game.
Yeah, now it's under the table somewhere, and I may never see it again. So, or it's grown a beard of cat fur. So, whatever. Anyway, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess we could wrap up soon. I'm not sure what else to talk about. Like, we've had quite a few now that have been kind of not themed and just rambling, which is our thing anyway. This was our trial run to try this out and see how it goes. And so please let us know what you think. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please share this, because when I started the shop, it was all about community and starting a community where we could bond. And now that we can't get together, I feel like it's even more important to find that community. And that community is not going to be people who live in just our town. That community can totally be people further away. Like, my go-to always right now is shout out to Nicole and Julie. Is I feel like they're our friends now, and they stumbled across us and watched us, and now we kind of chat once in a while on Facebook Messenger when something comes up. So I'm hoping, we can find other ways to connect without actually physically hugging. So, so please share this with people you think would get a kick out of it, or be able to give us some inspiration of things to talk about. There's my second timer.
See, we shouldn't talk anymore.
What?
I said, see, we shouldn't talk anymore.
I know, apparently it's time to be boop. But no, we want to be here for you guys. We're all going through tough times right now. I'd love for people to share what's going on with them, how they're doing, what we can do to help. We had talked when we started this about having guests on. I'm filming this through Zoom, so we could still potentially have a guest once in a while. If people wanted to chime in, let us know. Well, I mean, we'll see what we can do. Like, I have like 6 million plans going of how we can keep both this going and my shop surviving through this. And I only have so much energy, so we'll see. But, we definitely love y'all. This is a great way for Liz and I to still stay in touch too.
Because it's going to be a perpetual Wednesday.
But You can be guaranteed I'll be talking to her some other times today.
It doesn't, it's just as bad for me at home. It's like, but I should be at the shop. I should be hanging out with Rebecca. And it's like, I have stuff to do. And, you know.
Yeah, there's always stuff to do.
Yeah.
um,
maybe next time there'll be a different background here.
You were doing the TARDIS. That was really cool. I really liked that. So
I was going to do an old shop picture from the old shop of a wall of yarn. And I was like, ooh, I'll do that. And then I was like, but what if it doesn't work?
Yeah, so my computer, if I do a background, it covers half my face because my face is like just as pasty ass as excuse my language. Oh, I was trying to keep good language on this. My face is just as pasty as the stuff behind me. So it looks weird. I tried to FaceTime with my family and they were like, what's wrong with your face? Yeah, that didn't work.
The last time I went out, I got sunburned.
It was more I had yarn balls all over my face because that was the background I tried. Anyway, yeah. I think we should have stopped a few minutes ago, but hopefully y'all are still entertained. Are you not entertained? We love y'all. Please reach out to us. Tell us how you're doing. Tell us what you want to see. Like, the connection is great. I'm answering as many YouTube comments as I can. Before this pandemic started, I was trying to respond to everybody because I love y'all. And now it's like, oh, there's a pile up. I'll try because I'm running things by myself today. So if you're calling for yarn, just be patient. Okay. Goodbye from us.
Bye. Stay tuned for more adventures with Liz and Rebecca.
I was like, I can't remember how we end this, but that's because Liz always ends it. Okay. I'm really saying goodbye now. I feel like it's like, you hang up. No, you hang up.
You hang up.
I can't edit the end of me going and hanging up, which is what I usually do when I do this on my phone. I do a lot of like end editing. So now you get to see, look, I'm going to go hang up now. Bye, guys. We're going to like do a wave video, silent thing. Bye.
Bye. Miss you.
Okay, I got to hit another button.